You are live. Now I know I'm early, but I wanted to see how that ticker thing worked. Don't look like it's working, does it? Ticker, show. Oh, there it is. Ah, okay. Don't look like it's working, does it? Ticker, show. Oh, there it is. I wonder if you could change the color. I'll go try it out. All comments. We got one. Hey, Buff is listening in. Hello, Buff. How we doing today? How's that transmission coming along? What's up, JB? The pulley master. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's that. I'm just playing. Oh, okay. That's that one. Hide that one. Let's show this one. Let's see if we can scroll across the bottom. That's that one. Show that one. I was trying to change the color. I don't know how to do that. Who else? Unfinished project, but can't stay. Ah, that's all right. Unfinished. Appreciate it though. Let me put the comments up here. Now we got 3 new ones. And transmission back in. Turns out it's still whining. Guess rear diff after all that mess. Oh, that way you changed it to whining. I remember saying somebody, hey, there's Tim. You can't have Mopar without Tim. But I heard somebody say something about inside one of those transmissions, if one of those bearings aren't any good, you'll get a whining out of it. JB's still working on them stupid pulleys. I guess you have to change all that stuff in there. Boom, boom, boom. I forget how to do it. No. I'm just playing with buttons here. Hello, unfinished project. Hey, JB. I was just playing around in here, and I thought, well, I'll go live and see what's happening. I have no clue what to do today, so we're just gonna wing it. Look, I'm already lying to you. I said link is pinned to the top. Join me. It's not pinned. Everything's gonna be okay. Boom. Now we got to go to the other screen. So how's everybody doing on this fine Saturday? There, it's pinned to the top now. I'll be swapping the rear diff before I open that trans again. Well, don't you have a stethoscope? A mechanical stethoscope. You can check and see where it's coming from. What about the transfer case? How's that? There's Tim Mopar's link. I do not have one. Oh, okay. I think I got 2 of them. I do not have one. 2-wheel. Oh, it's 2-wheel drive. Oh, okay. Well, then you can check the transfer case out of there. I think it was that Precision Transmission. I always watched him taking stuff apart, and he was saying something about a whine. Oh, Okay, if somebody turned the air conditioner on. Yeah, I left work today and it wasn't that windy. I get home and the wind's blowing like crazy because I wanted to finish up the rest of my leaves. Because I got stubborn trees. I was talking to a guy at work. He said all of his leaves came down at one time. It's mine. There's still green ones out there, and they'll hang on until the snow will be pulling them off the tree. Warning, word of warning: if you're going to buy bolts and stuff these days, don't expect to find what you want and open the wallet wide. Hey, there's Mohawk 62. Hello, Mohawk. That's with everything, JB. That's what I've seen anyway. I forget. I just bought a little quart of Bondo. It was like 16 or 18 bucks. I forget what it was. And I went to Harbor Freight yet too. And what else was I looking at? Was crazy. Hey, Mohawk 62 got his own little handle already. That's cool. Buff says he's pretty sure it's not transmission. At this point, I have a significant leak from the rear diff. Keep topping it off, but it's likely the pinion bearing. Looking for a 14-bolt 8-lug rear. Yeah, can't help you there. I've seen them on Facebook, but that's up this way. Yeah, and once you get in there, you'll have to reset it all up again too. I was never that good with rears. I might have got 2 out of 10. That worked really well. That's not good odds. But then I wasn't working with perfect tools either, or the right tools. Unfinished Project says all-wheel drive. I think that's his other vehicle. Excuse me. I might know a guy who works at a certain pole barn. Don't even open it up. Just straight swap axle. There you go. Yeah, and that ain't too bad either. It shouldn't be too bad. Well, you got disc brakes in the back. So they're not that bad. At least you don't have to fight with the drums. Oh, you do have drums. Oh, okay. So is that an older one? I thought you had like an 04 or 06 or something. You got the base model. He was only sitting in here listening, but I think we talked him into talking. Right, Buff? Well, 94. Oh, 94, old body style. Okay. The Avalanche is an 04. Okay. Now it's making more sense. Well, till somebody joins me, I think I'm gonna dig up another screen here, and we'll look at Facebook Marketplace. See what kind of cars they got for sale. What do you think? Hey, B&R's in the house. And there's the Marketplace. And then we'll look at vehicles. And I'll show you what's available in my part of town. That's kept caught up on B&R's present. I did a rear swap on my 83 3/4 ton. It was easier than turn into the axle. Yeah, that's for sure. Because once you get in there, you're going to have to dig deep and then set it all back up again. So let's see here. Change view. Hey, B&R. Hey, B&R. That's the plan, Mohawk. I know, that's why I wanted to look for a 10 bolt kind of for the buck. One that would just bolt in rather than go through all that welding and brackets and shock mounts and all that other stuff, you know. I did find one too. I found a 10 bolt out of a 69 Camaro. So the only thing I'm going to have to buy is U-bolts. I think that one only has 2 because the other 2 are nuts and bolts. If I'm correct. Correctamundo. 454 Suburban out, windows down, get up to 60 and 70 on a safe road, put the transmission in neutral, shut the engine off, not locking the steering wheel. Oh, and then check for the vibration. There you go, Buff. Yeah, that's what he said earlier there, B&R. Your pinion bearings are probably bad. Because he does have a leak back there. But I guess with the coasting and then no drag on it, you would definitely know if it was the rear or not. But yes, it winds in neutral. .454 Suburban. The Burb. Gotta take the Burb for a ride. All right, yeah, he had a. Yeah, is that why you were measuring the heat that time? Because I know you put new gear oil and stuff in there. JB's Blazer whines in every gear. Well, he puts that blower in that trash truck, you'll hear some whining. He's got the 350, not the 454. About the same gas mileage. Hey, there's Hunter with the What's Up Buck. Hey, who was that guy Two Hacks was shaking hands with? I'm not that familiar with the legend. Yeah, that's what I said earlier there, Buff. I think I only have like 2 out of 10 that worked really well when I did the rear, put bearings and gears and stuff in. I just, I guess I just don't have the knack for it, or you need patience when you're doing that too. Yours is faster than mine, Buff. So, Tim Mopar, do you have a Suburban? Oh yeah, that's if the front pump will suck air, cause oil cavitation. He's got a brand new seal. Okay. So, Tim Mopar, which is faster? Is your internet? No, just a doobie. No, just doobie. Oh, okay. Found by pulling trans has been rebuilt at some point. 260,000 miles on a truck. Wow. Oh, it is a Chevy. More videos on my 14-bolt differential pinion bearings. Replace bot motive bearings. Kit. Coil bearings. Doing good, Hunter? Just cold here. Yeah, I saw somebody had 19 degrees somewhere down there in Illinois. I think that was Pole Barn. Or is he in Iowa? I think he's in Illinois, isn't he? What do I know? My forgetter's getting better at forgetting. What did I want to do? What did I know what I wanted to do. Put this over here, and then over here, we're going to add a YouTube. Timken bearings are hard to find now. Wow, are they? That's all we used to sell. What's Timken? Oh, Dalton's in Missouri. Lives an hour and a half from me. Oh, okay. Coil made in Japan. Where are we going here? Subscriptions. Two Hacks is up in Illinois. Yeah, but so is hey, Testa Speed Shop. Hey, there's Testa Speed Shop. He was just on he's got some cool cars over there. Go check him out. And I'll put his link up here. But he's just starting to channel out. He was with Ruben, I believe. And yeah, helping Ruben out with, I think it's Ruben Muscle City Madness. That's copy. And come over here and we'll paste. Somebody might even have this up there already. Well, so these guys are going to want to check your channel out there, Testa. So I put the link up for his channel so you can go check him out. Hey, there's First Responder. Hi, Damien. Okay. And there's RC from Southern Indiana. I think that's how what's his name says it. But yes, we can. I was there for No Name Nationals. Oh, JB said to do a short. Well, here's a short. Thanks, Buff. There's Tim, First Responder, Mohawk. That are all rolling in now. Yep. Well, Testa, I mean, usually what I do here on this, I'll give Testa the lowdown. We usually review channels and for the No Name Nationals, but since that's over with now, I just started a live and we just chat, talk about stuff, cars, rear ends today, bearings. We were talking about bearings earlier, but I was looking up Tim Mopar. See if I can find his channel. Go look at the doobie. There's Rich. Hello, Rich. Well, thank you, Tim. I guess we're not going to find it that way. Okay, we'll try something else. Hello, Testa. So, Testa, did everything go good with 14 to go, Buck? But anyway, Testa, did everything go well with Muscle City Madness? Is it Muscle City Madness? I can't remember. Ruben. Mohawk just subbed to Muscles or Testa Speed Shop. Yeah, I hit him the other day because I think he has like. Oh, you're welcome, Testa. That's what we do here. We try to help each other out and help other channels and help people grow. And Backwoods, evening, gearheads. Evening there, Backwoods. Good to see you. I'm glad to see you're still at it. Because that's what it's going to take. You got to, want to get to 500 subs, you got to keep at it. I mean, that's what my experience was. I had to just keep going and going. Oh, Bigfoots and Mopars. Oh, okay. All right. I knew I got you from somebody. This thing's a good forgetter anymore. But there was another one on with Ruben the other day too. I can't remember his name. But yes, now that I remember, it was Bigfoots and Mopars put a community page out. That's right. I probably walked right by you at the No Name Nationals. I don't remember seeing you though, because I was by. As a matter of fact, they did a little video of Bigfoot's car, or Bigfoot's and Mopar's car there. You know, Sand Mountain sub to Testa. Just hit Testa. Howdy, fella. Hey, there's Cousin Mike. Hey, Cousin Mike. What else we got floating around here? I'm trying to find Tim's. I forget what the doobie looks like. Yeah, Testa has that. You know who else is going to like Testa's channel is Arrowhead Garage. Anyone catch Big Block 402's live? I only got a little bit of that today. I hear you, getting old sucks. Yes, it does. I was with the guys in the Buick wagon. Oh, the Buick wagon. Oh, okay. I remember seeing that. Testa says, thanks for the subs, guys. Oh, so Big Block's fun. Yeah, I was at work, and I think lunch was coming up, and I don't know what was going on there, or did I get a call and I had to go, but I missed the rest of his live. But I got to see him driving down the road. He was just going to his brother's house when I had to shut her down. There's Tim Mopar. Tim, you only got 73 subscribers. What's going on there? Let me copy, paste, and I'll put Tim Mopar link. I wanted to put Testa. I'm going to put Arrowhead Garage up here too for you, because he's putting a 69 Firebird together. You go check him out. He's a real good guy. He's usually always on here too. And the older we get, the cooler our toys get. Yeah, that's for sure, huh? Let me see if I can find Arrowhead here. He's here somewhere. There he is. I'll put arrowheads up here for Testa and anybody else too, but arrowheads out there in Arizona. And he's a witty little character, witty character too. You might enjoy some of his videos. But anyway, there you go, Testa. Check Arrowhead out. Here, I'll show you his share screen, boom, and then the window. Right here. I think that's it. Yeah, there's Arrowhead. You can see his there's that a 67 Firebird. You have a 69. Anyway, there's his. And then Tim Mopar's is here. I was trying to find the doobie. Oh, you're welcome, Testa. Yeah, he's been working on that bird for a bit. Yeah. Yep. Usually every Friday he puts a video out. All right, let's I'll remove that. Get rid of that. Boom. Boom. Where are we at here? There's Colleen Tebow. Hello, Colleen. Hey, Tim Windsor's in the house. He wants to say hi. Oh, last video, Buck. Okay, I'll go back in and check that out. Last video. Oh, I already closed it. Wow, what's going on here? I'll find it. Hunter backwards. Colleen saying hi to everybody. Let's get back down to Tim again. I was going to call him Smokey, but I thought Doobie was better. Doobie, Smokey. Which Doobie do you be? Hit the like, people. Yeah, you know what? I only learned that a little while ago, but you can hit the like on your own videos. They actually tell you to do that. I don't know if anybody knows that or not. I understand it's only one like, but I've been going in and hitting all my putting a like on all of them now. There's Tim. At the stream. There he is. Oh, this is Smokey here. Is that your police car?
I just wanted to make a short video here to.
That's Tim Mopar, by the way. Anybody wants to know?
Won the No Name Nationals. Good luck. And I might be there next year. I just got me something to play around with for a little while.
Oh, there it is.
Los Angeles, California.
Hunter says the videos you personally produce are always the best.
That's correct. Police car. There's no rust on this thing anywhere.
There you go. Yeah, check him out there. He got some pretty neat cars there, Shop Cat. So there's Doobie. I was wondering what he was talking about when he said Doobie. His link is up in there somewhere too. He's always on my lives too. Copy. Paste. Tim Mopar. Can't have Mopar without Tim. Just in case you missed it. How's Tim Windsor tonight? Are you able to stick with us for a while. I was wondering if you could put up some links for me, if you don't mind. It'd be fun to install a little 67 millimeter turbo on that squad car. There you go, Tim. Getting ideas. Sound Mountain Ballistics has 95 subscribers. What do you think the chances are of getting him 100 tonight? ICS. Boom, 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 boom. There's Sand Mountain Ballistics. Okay, thank you, Tim. And Shopcat. I thought about that also. Oh, thank you, Tim. That would be awesome. Yes, it would. I mean, you're only 5 away. But Hunter's a big Pontiac dude. Anybody else's Pontiac, go check out Sound Mountain Ballistics. And get Shopcat's link up there too. I think he's just a little over 600 now, shooting for the 1,000. Yes, Shopcat. He's such a cool dude, and he has some neat stuff too, and that Pontiac that he put together is neat. Well, Shopcat, they said the same thing about me a while back, and next thing you know, to the moon. Well, not to the moon, but I went. There's Buff's Garage. There's his link. Tim, OnStar 3 used to make all sorts of turbo kits. They work well. The white pipe is hard on them at times. Install a few. Oh, there's Shopcat. Thank you so much, Tim. It's hard to be. I would do it all, but I can't talk and type at the same time. If you know what I'm talking about. There's Go Garage. Hello, Go Garage. Yeah, JB made it to 600 and it just stopped. And the poor JB, that's been his career with subscribers. He gets so far and it would just stop. Sub to Buff, great guy and a great channel. Yes, he is a great guy. And yeah, he does have a great channel. I've been in a slump lately as far as YouTube goes. I haven't made any long videos. I put it short out every day just to keep my channel going. I need an old priest and a new priest. I should have Gogo's link here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. You got this. Copy. Somebody get you up there? No. Okay. Paste. This is Gogo. Gogo Garage link. What do you say? I threw a holly today. Might be a new record on distance. No, say it isn't so. I'm about to start work on another video. Just haven't had the time. Well, you know what? I've been working, I think it's 31 days straight right now, or 32 days straight. So time is on the carb toss winner, Jay. Street Fox is in the house. There's still racing coming down there for JB's at. Street Fox, there's his link. Go check Street Fox out. Shopcat is up there. Testas is up there. Go Garage, you just put in there. Shopcat. Oh, I did say Shopcat. JB's little shop. We need to get his link in there. Done that many times. It must be a sport. Well, they were going to have a competition at the No Name Nationals about that, but they ran out of time or had issues. Check out my buddies, Nobody's Auto and My Classic Fords. Great channels. We still have drag strips open here too, JB. Nobody's Auto. Let's see if I can find it. Nobody's Auto. Hey, Zion Bear. Good to see you. We will just have to have the staff to run, namely DB. Backwoods is climbing up there. He's at 80 already. What do you say? He said, I put out the W900 vid, then a musical number, and about to show you all what's wrong with Jabby. Hey, John Wilburn, how's it going? Ditto from Zion Bear. There's John Wilburn's link. Anybody wants to get involved with the No Name Nationals, you need to be subscribed and you need to ring that bell for his channel because all the updates, all the workshops, everything will be through John. So if you want any information on No Name Nationals, matter of fact, you can go back and watch some of the videos that he has from last year's No Name Nationals. So check John's channel out. Let's see. Add to stream. Hey, Shopcat, is this your nobody's? Oh, that's nobody's show. We're looking for Nobody's Auto, right? So that's not the one. All right, let me get that out of there so you don't have to watch that. Nobody's Auto. Whoops, it's called the Nobody Show. Nobody's Auto is his wrecking yard. Oh, so that's it. No, that's him, Buck. Okay. So this was Nobody's Show. One of Shopcat's buddies. I'll put a link up if you want to go check him out. He has 11,000 subscribers. Gotta shut the music down. Hey, you're welcome, John. Nobody's Show. I like when they have their name right in the right in their link. Hey, Robert Ragnetti, put up Go in his link. What's he say? Building a 25 cage car. Wow. Yeah, I have. I did put his link up, but we'll do it again. Let me get back over here. Let me get rid of this. There's Nobody's Show. If you want to take a look at Shopcat's buddy. And then I want to go get Go-Go's link here. Uncle Buck. That's what my nephew just said. That he just texted me. He saw that race with me and JB. There's Go-Go. There's Go-Go's link again. Anybody missed it? He's going to put you on your community page too. JB thought he was the only one with the wrecking yard. Now, what was the other one? Nobody's show. Oh, nobody's on. Okay. Oh, my classic Fords. That'll make Shopcat happy. Or not Shopcat, Street Fox. Well, who else? I was just thinking my classic Fords. See if we can find that one. Hey, Bubba Ayers. Hello, Bubba. Let's see if this whole 268 subscribers. Let me put him up there. Shopcat, let me know if that's the guy or not. Mohawk. Which one are you talking about, BNR? Are you talking about Go-Go? There's Cousin Mike's link. Robert Magnifico. There's Bubba Ayers link. Go check Bubba out. And you're brave, Go-Go. I got to find Bubba. LOL. Yes. Well, there's the link there, right above you there, Sand Mountain. There's Bubba Ayers' link. Yep, nice guy. Who's this? Hey, guess who it is?
I'm upside down.
How'd that happen?
How do I get upside? I don't know. What the hell? I don't normally use my phone, so
well, then
I'm just lazy.
That's your problem, lady.
Yeah. I've been busy today. Still fighting this sick. It's cold, man.
Well, I had that about a month ago or so. It took about 12 days before I start feeling any kind of better.
Yeah, now it's moved to my head, though, because it was like 9 degrees last night. Now it's like 36. So my head is just going, It's like a bad radiator cap.
Well, you got to watch, everything will go to your head.
Yep. Everything does go to your head.
Yeah.
I had, I think I got about 50. I mean, I could have tried out for the NFL today. It went for a ride.
Oh.
I've had it. I have definitely had it. Not any new ones. I got an old one I might rebuild, but
yeah, I always have issues with Hollies. I don't know why. I mean, other carburetors fine, but I guess it's just me. Maybe other people, man, they go right through them and no problems with them.
Well, I've never had a problem with them. Never until the last few years. I mean, I've probably had over 200 carburetors in my life. Never had any trouble till the last few years. Even the one that's on the Malibu is fine. It has never given me any fits other than I had to change the needle and seats finally after 4 years.
Right.
And that's it. But these new ones, they're junk. So I'm ordering an Edelbrock.
Well, you know what? I've been noticing just well, everybody's talking about bad parts and stuff, and I've been noticing just where I work that some of the new people that come in there, they're just they just don't care. It seems,
Yeah.
maybe
Well,
that has a lot to do with it too. Um, the employees that they're hiring.
well, the part I left out was it took me 3 trips to the parts stores to get a needle and seat that would actually friggin' work.
Oh,
So their parts are just as garbage as their carburetors right now.
okay. So it's all the way around. Well, Testa
Because
agrees with you that new Hollies suck.
I had a discussion with Edelbrock when I was on Power Tour. I've talked about this before, and I said, "How come you guys don't, go all out with all these YouTube channels like Holly does, and this, that, and the other?" Long story short, he said, because we believe in quality over quantity. They hire all these people who don't know what the hell they're doing. They just put shit together and they pass it along to the consumer, and then when they're garbage, they go, "Oh, well, you torqued it down too tight. Oh, well, you did this wrong. You don't know what you're doing," that kind of crap. And he says, we're not going to just put 1,000 people working in a warehouse for something that's had the quality and assurance of all these years. But I think I found out the other day for some people that Holly isn't giving away their shit to these YouTube channels anymore. They got to pay for it all.
Oh,
I think they overstepped they outdid it, and I believe that guy from Meadowbrook, because I guess they did a tour in Mississippi and they had guys in the tour. There was only like 1 or 2 employees per station. It wasn't like this great big group of people, and it was older, more seasoned workers, and they were still like meticulous with the glasses on, making sure the quality control of where your needle and all that stuff. I mean, it was. He said that
yeah.
it was amazing. Whereas Holly, you stamp, 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 they just move her down the line. So, and I was looking at Edelbrock's fuel injection systems too. They're something else too.
How
But
salty
yeah,
are they?
huh?
How salty are they? Expensive?
Who's? Oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
expensive, but you get what you pay for.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. I'm not saying all Hollies are bad, but the last 3 that I've bought they're garbage. They're junk. I rebuilt the first 2. One of them right now is holding my. I got it nailed to the workbench, holding my whisker woolly woo to the workbench because I'm too lazy to drill it.
Oh,
I just I don't care, whatever. I just
yeah.
and I drove Blanche today, but I went through 3 different sets of jets. I went through different cams for the power or for the accelerator pump. I freaking adjusted that thing, and there was nothing that would bring it out of it. And the part that I didn't get it on camera, I got pissed off, and I went and got the Edelbrock off of Artemis, which was brand new before we left
Yeah.
because I went through this. Remember, I was on a live, and I went through this crap right on freaking live with that carburetor, a different one, the one that's nailed to or screwed to my workbench. And I took that thing off there. I stuck it on there. No linkage, no nothing. Boom. Started right up, idled. You could hold an RPM and it would run smooth. So I knew that's what it was. So I put it all back together with the Holly, and so I'm just going to order a damn Edelbrock and be done with it. It was that simple. That simple that all I did was adjust the air idle mixture screws just a little bit. I didn't have to do much.
Did you just buy that Holly, or is that one you had?
I got that was brand new out of the box. The guy I got Blanche from had just put it on there. It was brand new.
Oh, okay.
And I paid an extra $275 or $300 for that carburetor. Otherwise, I told him to keep the son of a bitch. I really was. I was like, you can have that thing. I don't want it. But yeah, I'm looking into different Edelbrocks. I'd like to have that new one, that 4150. That thing looks great, but I don't need anything that expensive for this car.
All right. Yeah, and can you get them right now? Because I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah.
Can you? Okay.
What's her face? The girls that
Yes,
rebuild carburetors. She
uh-huh.
actually has the rights to.
To sell them.
She can actually sell them. Yeah.
Yeah, because I looked on
And
her channel and I couldn't find them. I guess I got
yeah,
to
I
go to
think
the
she's
website.
might be, but I think she's allowed to sell them.
Their Testa has a full shelf of old Hollies. He rebuilds and go.
Yeah, I got an old 750 I could rebuild. I don't want to waste that on this here. I got things in the future coming that I need to waste those good old big carburetors on.
Yeah. Only thing I don't like about Edelbrock is prices on their jet and metering rod kits.
Yeah, they are, but usually, unless you're getting into real like mileage and you want everything to just be perfect, you don't have to touch them. That's what I like about them. You just, yeah, I know that people will make fun of people that just use Edelbrock. Well, they say, well, you just don't know how to adjust a Holly. No, I know how to adjust a Holly. I'm not dealing with their junk parts.
Yeah.
That's the worst part is I can rebuild one of them
Okay.
old ones, but it's going to be with parts
From the
that
new
are
ones.
they're from the new ones.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna make an old one like a new one. Yeah, I got you.
yeah, I don't know. I might try one of them other ones. I know they're still Holly, but like the Brawler or something like that. See if maybe there's just a bad run of these damn things. I don't know, but they are horrible.
I hear you. That's why I have a few 600s around.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess if I was going to spend the $800 on a really good one, it probably would be fine. But I don't do that.
Yeah.
This is.
Well, I was lucky that one I got with that Buick I got. It's okay, but it still has a dead spot when I'm cruising. I'm
What
cruising, let
car?
off the gas, and go back in it, and I get a dead spot. There's nothing.
What carb is it?
It's a Holly 390, but sitting there idling
Oh,
and all that's beautiful. It has crisp response. It's just when it after you let off the gas pedal and just coast for a while and then get back on it, there's nothing. It just goes away. Sometimes it'll even
sounds to me
spit.
like going to the front of the bowl.
What's that?
Whatever you let off, it's the fuel's actually coming off of or it could be just a simple adjustment on your.
The cam.
I've been around this carburetor all day, and my mind is just gone. The frickin' accelerator pump.
Yeah, I've tried everything with that.
Did you check your level? Make sure you had your float was
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the only other thing I was thinking of is that little orange rubber flap that's in there is kind of loose in there. It doesn't like
Oh.
So I'm wondering if when it coasts, that rubber flap falls down, and then when I give it a shot of gas, it pushes fuel into the bowl instead of into the carburetor. I don't know.
Possible.
That's the only thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you just need to put a big block in it and be done.
Yeah, that's coming. as long as everything works out, that's why I'm not worried about. I have it in there right now, patching some rust holes. So
corrugated steel and sheet metal screws?
No, I'm actually welding some patches in. I need practice with that stuff. I'm a grinder. I'm not a welder.
Oh, yeah. I don't weld nothing because it just looks like popcorn.
Yeah,
it'll hold. Exactly it. I can make it hold, but it don't look worth the damn.
It's just got to do a lot of grinding. So, and then I just put some fiberglass over the top. So it's no Barrett Jackson car. I just want to cover the holes so the exhaust fumes don't come in.
Barrett who?
Barrett Jackson.
Yeah.
Or what's the other one? Hey, there's the old man. Hey, Mark. Put a
Meekum.
holly on it. Joe Royal. Joe Royal. Hey, Joe. Wendy English. Hello, Wendy. Try a 350 two barrel. Yeah, I have a two barrel, but I'm not going to do anything now until that 455 is done and see how that works out. Because that should bolt right in. I mean, I have to buy mounts and stuff, but
Yep.
you know, that's why I
What
went that way.
transmission's in that car?
A turbo 350. So I should be
Yeah,
okay.
hell, that'll hold.
Yeah, it has a 7.5-inch rear, but I just bought a 10 bolt. So let's see how that works out. Well, like John Wilburn says, well, you got to at least blow up the 7.5 before you put the 10 in. So
give her the Lincoln lock and see what it'll do.
Yeah, I may have to do something like that.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with Javi. I had to order some parts today, and I have to literally take this thing down to basically rotating assembly.
Oh, really?
And I thought, well, maybe put a little bit of an RV cam or something in it to give it something other than 5/10 of a second faster than a 10,000-pound car. So
Yeah.
I may still get me a cam and lifter kit, and I don't know, but yeah, that car made me angry. First time it's been on a trailer since we brought it home, or been towed or anything.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
Oh, is that when you got stuck with it?
What's that?
The Javi, you got stuck with it? You had to push it off the highway or something?
Yeah, about a mile from my house. Getting ready to turn a corner, and it went pop, boom, smack, and I tried to start it, and it backfired and spit fuel.
Oh,
And my
time
son
machine.
brought me to
No?
my son brought me to O'Reilly's. I got all new ignition shit, and I put it in there. Same thing, because I was thinking it sounded like coil was bad or something. It just wasn't hit. Spark wasn't right, and he brought me home. Couldn't figure it out, and I got in Blanche, and I went back up there, pulled the spark plug, and checked it. And when it was at top dead center, number one, and the line was perfect on your markings, the distributor was 180 out.
Wow.
I thought, oh my God! It took me 5 seconds. I knew exactly what had happened, and it's notorious on these motors. Basically, I have a video. I got to edit it. I'm gonna put it out. It's a short video, but 304 AMC's the distributor gear, drive gear on the camshaft is separate from the cam. It actually slides on, and then your fuel pump eccentric goes on. And if you don't have a match set from your distributor and that gear, the one on the distributor, if it's newer steel and hardened iron, it'll just destroy that cam gear. And it did. I pulled that distributor out of there, and you look down in there, it looks like an old, inner part of a bearing. It's gone.
Gone.
So, yeah, so I ordered those parts. I ordered MSDs. They're the best ones you can get for it. And it upset me. Well, I'm just glad it happened a mile from the house. Amber wasn't driving it, and we sure as hell weren't on power tour.
Right.
It's my own fault. I knew this when I put it back together. I just didn't say anything about it. I knew I needed to change those gears to match, and I didn't. I just thought it was okay. Everything seemed to time okay until the other day. But the reason I'm taking it all the way down is because a jolt like that happens. You don't know. You could have bent a push tube. You could have bent anything. It could have damaged the chain. It could have, so I'm just taking her all the way down, taking the intake off. So I'm already going to have it all apart. So I thought about maybe giving her a little bit of give her a little more oomph.
Yeah. Well, another thing is where all that metal go,
Oh, I found some on the dipstick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm probably going to have to lift the motor as high as I can and get the pan off. It needs a new pan gasket anyway. So,
yeah.
And it's, 5 degrees today, 36 today, 14 today. So this is going to be fun out here on the rocks,
Oh, okay.
But it's one of the only cars we got with heat. So I want to get it back on the road. Plus, that just upsets me. That's like my staple car,
Yeah.
that it's sitting out here on the trailer. I'm not
Yeah, I
even
got.
taking it off the trailer. It's driving off the trailer.
Oh, okay. That's probably better than working in the gravel, right? Up on the trailer.
Yeah, really, it is. It's a lot easier on my back.
Is the trailer long enough to put well, you don't need a cherry picker up there.
No,
Yeah.
no.
What do you usually
Well,
use? You got a cherry picker. I think I've seen you with a
yeah,
cherry picker.
yeah. I got a big old heavy duty foldable Goodyear model.
Oh,
It's a racing whatever from Goodyear. I don't know. Got it with one of my cars once. Guy wanted it out of his garage. But yeah, I just ain't had the want to work on anything, man. I've been sick for 2 weeks.
I hear you. I know when I was sick there, I didn't do anything. I go to work, I come home, and I just lay down. You know?
Yeah.
I shouldn't even went to work a couple of days, but I did anyway. My job's not that demanding most of the time. Sometimes it is, but
Yeah. Then I was supposed to go. I got Amber's mom and dad's neighbor's got a 76 Ranchero. He's got a bunch of parts and he's going to scrap what's left of it. Want to know if I want anything off of it. And knowing me, I'll probably take the whole damn thing, just another yard ornament.
yeah.
But it's got a lot of good metal on it that I can use to fix, this one if it need be. So
Well, that's what I've
dash
been
is all
using.
in it.
That's what I've been using. And when I bought this car, he gave me a whole quarter panel that was cut out of a junkyard car. So it's the
Yeah.
inner and outer quarter panel. And I've been cutting pieces out of that and welding it on this thing. So
Yeah. Tesla's that damn Omega ain't been touched since I moved it to the garage. It is. I'm telling you, I got sick a few weeks ago, and I don't even want to work on that. It just irritates me. I don't want to work on nothing. I had to work on my truck. I don't like working on my work, and I just I haven't really touched it because I'm kind of back and forth on what I want to do with it. I really want to keep it Oldsmobile, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because I'm still trying to do. I still, make a hot race car, but I want it to be budgeted still. Like, average Joe can go do this.
right.
I just don't want to. I mean, yeah, I could go out and spend thousands of dollars on fuel injection, this and that, and the best turbo systems, and I I'm probably going to go ahead and put a Chevy engine in it just because of the availability. Like I can get a turbo kit for that 454 I got in the garage. It just comes. I just put it on, make a few adjustments. That's the idea. But now I got two 350s. So B&R, it ain't about the building the Olds motor. I can do that. I've done a bunch of them. It's availability of parts for what I want to do is, it's a whole nother thing. Or what I guess I should say what I'm capable of doing here. Not really, because if I had a nice shop and a lift and all these TIG welders and all kinds of stuff that I could, learn on and do it, whereas if I put a Chevy motor in there, it's basically a Nova, so I can buy crap for an X body. You know what I mean? I don't have to go, because the worst part about making the headers for the system on an Olds motor for twin turbos or anything else is your angle is like this. So there ain't no turning your headers backwards upside down. They just won't fit. So, and I've got the 454 in my Cutlass that's built and ready to go, that thing would be sweet with a couple turbos on it, or even one turbo. I don't want to touch my Cutlass. That's that one's staying the way it is. I just like driving that car the way it is, rickety and rusty.
Rickety and rusty.
Com-
That's some
and
good adjectives.
and it's completely scary with power. So that thing's got more torque than a battleship, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's that. I think that Omega is going to get I'm going to build it like it is a Nova. So, and I've got a 454 that just needs freshened up. I'll probably do more than that to it, though. It won't be a stock 454.
But if you did it that way, the time frame would be a whole lot smaller, right? Then
That's
going
also what I'm
olds
looking
and
at.
all that, and then fabrication, and
Yeah, and I can probably build 3 454s for what it cost me to build that 350 Chevy or 350
Right.
olds.
And the only reason I went 455 is because I want one. That's all. It's a want. It's not a need.
Yeah.
And my car's already running, so I don't have to put it in there until I'm ready.
Yep. Yeah, the Omega's when John decides to pop, this is how many days we got, that's when that thing gets vacuumed out and we start building motors. Because I want, as far as content goes, I want that to be its own focused thing while I'm doing all this other garbage.
Right.
Like this is No Name Nationals. No matter what, I just hound the No Name Nationals name into the ground on YouTube. And everybody will see this rickety old piece of crap Olds Omega with no front end, and a 454 being built. That's more of a content thing. And while I'm doing that, I've got the square body that I'm getting ready to pull up here that we're going to work on, because Blanche is done. Blanche is done. It just needs I got to change the carburetor out. And I've got a 400 Pontiac sitting in the back of the garage yet that I can build. So, I mean, there's a million things. I got a big block Ford 429. I got all kinds of stuff I can do.
Yeah. If my 350 my fireboard takes a dump, I'm putting a spare 396 in it.
Good luck fitting that dang thing back down in there. Whew.
Well, they came
it depends. Is it a third gen or is it a?
It's a first gen. It's a six.
It is.
Yeah, he has a 69 Firebird, so that'll go right in there.
Oh, well, hell, it'll go. Oh, yeah, it'll go right in there.
Yep.
You may have a little trouble with the exhaust though, because of where the steering box is on those. You'll have to probably fabricate you some headers. Unless you can, I don't know if the Camaro had the same style or not. I don't know. I can't remember.
I think so.
B&R, my buddy, owns a brewery, and his bill was $5,000 last month.
It goes 500.
And he shut down.
Mine was 1,000.
Yeah, my next one will be up there.
Yeah, I just got 160 gallons of heating oil. It was $980.
Whew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You got heating oil probably up there, don't you? I didn't think about that.
It was $5.80 a gallon. I remember a couple of years ago I paid $1.16. Last year at this time I think it was like $2.18 or something like that.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's all right. We got two I went to go get diesel in my pickup, my dually, and two fuel stops right next to each other. One of them has semi, you can put semis in there. It's like a, truck stop style speedway. And one block away, no trucks. The no trucks was $4.99 a gallon. The trucks was $5.25.
Wow. I just paid $6.29. for my truck. So
Yeah,
how is the diesel down that way? All right, it's not running
I
out
think
or anything, is it?
no,
Oh, okay.
no, I think they're all full of crap. I've never seen anybody waiting. There's been no lines. I haven't had,
Yeah. I think Okay. I wasn't worried about it. I'm all set up. I'll be going down to Tennessee again on Thursday.
I run. I probably go through 320 gallons a week.
Wow.
Yep. I was doing good whenever. Well, we won't get political, but a few years ago, I was doing really good. I was making money in my truck. Now it's week to week with a semi, and the semi and the trailers paid off.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, BNR, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't have just the race car. I have to have, it's once a week something has to come out. And if you're sitting there waiting on parts, that's why, I put the thing out on my truck because I'm not done editing all the crap it did to Blanche. And then you got I'll tell you what, if you really get down to nuts and bolts of this content crap, it'll absolutely run your life. It's my youngest loves it. My middle one, not so much. Amber, not so much, but she likes, she really loved No Name National. She loved it. But you got to keep going. You can't just do project. I mean, you can. I'm not saying you can't, but for me,
Right.
I've got all these cars that I was already doing anyway. So then I'll have one car going, and I'll run into the stuff that Dalton was running into, where they say, "Well, wait a minute. What about the Road Runner? What are you working on this? What are you working on this? Well, I need to get this first." And then and it's like I've got so much going on out here that I might as well film it, Whereas
Right.
I'm going to take my time and make sure I get all my mathematics right, mathematicals right for that Omega before I start getting everything. That way I can just go, boom, sticker together, little things here and there, hit the road. I can get her down there, kind of like I did with my cars for No Name Nationals. I went down there and I changed. Shit, I don't remember what I changed. What did I change? I changed I put stabilizer bar bushings on it. That's it. That is all I did working on a car down there because I had both my Javelin was already ready, but I had both my cars ready. There would have been 5 of my cars down there, but everybody backed out on me. I was actually, the idea was I was going to bring cars down there and just kind of let you guys and the ones I've got close to on this is going to let you take them down the track.
Oh, cool.
Here, take it down the track, see what it feels like. It was everything but the Cutlass. Cutlass was mine, but I'm still just doing this for Zeppelin, but I enjoy doing it while I'm doing it. But right now with this weather, I don't enjoy doing it.
No.
It's like, I got to go outside. That's why if you watch the one of me working on my truck, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to record this. I just want to get it over with. I just want to, but I got a whole lot more to go on that thing too. Not leaking though. I fixed the leak.
Good. Yeah, I spent too much time outside in the winter. I don't need to be out there anymore.
Yeah, and you got it worse than I do.
Yeah, it gets pretty bad up here. I mean, I worked in automotive shops for most of my life. So wintertime comes and it's 17 below. And cars don't like to start. So then they're on the phone. Hey, can you come get my car started? Come get my car started.
Yeah, that's the way my semi was Friday morning. It didn't want to start, and I plug it in.
Yeah.
I mean, it got down to like 7 degrees, something like that, in November. Freaking global warming my butt.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some snow last week, but nothing like you guys had. Did you have snow?
Buffalo.
You had snow, didn't you?
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
we got 5
Buffalo.
inches.
Yeah, well, I only had about an inch the other day, but Yeah, my
had-
sister lives up near Buffalo too, but I don't, she's right below the snow belt, so she doesn't get hit with all that heavy stuff.
God, they had to move the football game to Detroit,
Yeah,
I think. And they love playing in the snow, man. So it's like, that's a bit much. You can't see the seats, you can't see the scoreboard. It's all under snow, you know.
hope your fingers are okay, Buck. Transmission fingers, bad crusher finger. Everyone needs 5 project cars or a handful. For me, it's 6, one for each finger.
Yeah. Let's not get into project cars.
Yeah.
I think Amber counted it because somebody asked me. I think Amber counting the Harleys and our 2 regular, you know, my pickup and her Jeep, 16 on the premises.
Wow.
And 3 elsewhere. And all of them run. I just,
Yeah.
you know, they all need something. You know what I mean? It's
All right.
my
So now you got to pick your battles.
yeah. And unfortunately, with the Javelin going down, that's a battle because that's the one Amber drove every day.
Right.
So,
that
and my
one's
parts
a
won't be in here till Tuesday. So,
right. So that one goes to moves up the list.
oh yeah, that moves to A number 1. The Ranchero goes into the back until I find it a damn carburetor.
All right. Yeah, I'm only 4 cars and a motorcycle, so I ain't doing too bad.
I got 3.
And I feel like I should sell at least one. I won't get rid of the truck because I like having a truck.
Yeah.
And, I hate to get rid of my Chrysler because it's a luxury car, and I like the luxury cars. And I don't want to get rid of my Jeep because that's a winter beater with a heater, you know.
Yep.
So I guess I'm stuck
Yeah.
with them all.
That's how I am. Somebody said, "Why don't you sell this?" Because I have a plan for them. I actually have it written out what I'm going to do to every one of these, like the ones that I don't show that much. I got that square body Dodge, that 84 short bed.
Mm-hmm.
I got a plan for that one. That one's strictly just piss off Mopar people.
Yeah.
So, but that truck has a meaning to me. That I grew up around that truck my entire life. My brother-in-law had one just like it, and then this one was owned by a land speed record holder here in town. And I knew this truck from the day he bought it. Drove it every day, just leaning tire power or the 4-speed. You know,
Wow. Yeah.
Good old black and gold Dodge D100. And
Yeah,
I'm going to put a Chevy in
it. I wouldn't mind having one of them. I like short box. I like short box trucks.
Yeah, it needs some work, but the plan is I was talking to whenever I met what's his name, Cam Racing, when he did his LS swap into that Duster that basically he has to hide from every Mopar guy known to man. I was talking to him about it, and he kind of explained to me how he did it. He's only 18. The guy should be an engineer.
Yeah.
But and that's kind of where I got the idea to do it. I don't do LS swaps, but just for fun, I might do that one. I do have an LS. I got a 6.0.
Yeah, do you?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Computer to tail.
Well, I don't know what the big hype is about the LS swaps. Why is everybody's doing it, but so what?
Just easy.
You know?
Just easy,
yeah,
cheap.
I know, but why don't people like it is what I'm saying. You know?
I think his problem was you put it in a Dodge.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's his Dodge.
Yeah. And that thing runs. He passed me on the interstate on the way down, and he pulled up next to me. He recognized the Javelin when we were on Power Tour, and we was down in Arkansas. And he pulled up next to me. His dad was in his GTO, and I hear it come up, and whoa! I heard that. That ain't no Dodge.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds like a damn LS. And then when I met him down in Memphis, I said, "Yeah, I seen you go by," and he recognized me, the car. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to watch somebody, that kid he's smart, like really smart. So he's doing a 70 Charger. He bought for $1,000
Oh, wow.
right now, and I think he's doing the same thing. He's going to put an LS in it too.
Wow.
And he got a sponsorship with AMD, the metal, sheet metal. So they're giving him all the sheet metal for that car. And he's putting it together in a storage unit. He runs
In the storage unit. Wow.
Yeah. The owner of the storage unit allows him to run a 110 cable from the main building out to his storage unit.
Oh,
Wild.
hello, Peckerwood Customs. The old man in the shop says Mopar guys are strange.
They are.
And Ballistics Hunter says LS swaps aren't cool to me. I'd rather build what the car came with, or at least an engine that company made.
Yep. I agree with that. That's my thing. I just don't like Mopars. I shouldn't say I don't like Mopars. I grew up with so many around me, I got sick of seeing them.
Yeah.
That's, and
I like them.
And they're all worth apparently diamonds.
Yeah.
The only people that are worse than Mopar fanatics, like the real fanatics, like most of the guys that are around us, like with No Name Nationals, they're not the crazy fanatics. They just love to go out and enjoy their car. I'm talking about the guys that, how can you drive that? I'm not selling you something. Like I was looking for a hood for Dalton for the Roadrunner, and he says, "What's this going to be used for this hood?" And I said, "Well, I got a buddy out near Kansas, that's building this car that was rolled and burnt, and he just needs something that's halfway decent. It'll fit on the hinges and shut. That's all he needs. So he's not going to restore this hood." No, well, I'm not selling you something that's not going to be restored.
Oh,
it was that. Oh man, that happened to me 4 times, 4 different people, 2 miles from my house.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not even going to bother. Finally, I got a hold of my brother-in-law's brother, and he's got a hood that he don't give a damn about. He said, "Here, you can have it for this amount of money, and you can bring it over to him. Be it it's a 70 hood going on a 69, it'll line up, but the front end won't look. But I mean, that thing's already looks like it's got a lazy eye.
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna make no difference."
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, the AMC guys are worse than Mopar.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wow.
By far. Guy I bought the rear spoiler for Javi that I haven't put on yet. I bought that, and I bought a set of A arms because mine was cracked. And I said, "Yeah, check it out." I gave him I didn't have stickers and stuff at that time, and I gave him my YouTube channel, and he had my personal number, and he texted me the next day. He says, "How can you do that to that Javelin? Why is that thing not in a shop? Why is it not in?" And he blocked my phone number. I wish I'd have never sold you that. I mean, it's there. Yeah, and you talk about expensive parts. I had to order steering knuckles from Oregon.
Wow.
That's closest I could get one. I had to buy 2 of them.
So
there were some guys.
That guy thought you were gonna make it all brand new again, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But my brother, I don't know. I call him my buddy. I've known him my whole life. He owns a shop here, and he's a big Mopar guy. And he said, "It's a satellite hood. But you can have it. Here, I'll sell it to you for this." He didn't care, But this is Mopar Central. I'm not kidding when I say that. There's 3 Superbirds and 4 Charger Daytonas within a 15-mile circle. Every
Frank
kind of
says next time,
GTX, Roadrunner.
go ahead.
Next
Next
time,
time,
show
show
up
up
where.
wearing a Richard Petty hat. They won't even question you.
Yeah. Well, most of them know where I got my nickname from, and it was from Richard Petty.
Okay.
They don't care. As soon as they find out that you're not restoring it, I get crap for the Javelin all the time. Why are you driving that? We drive in snow. I don't care. I drive them all.
Right.
But I've said before, out of all my cars, the one that if I had the money to send it to someone who was professional enough to do it exactly right, the Javelin is the one that I would completely go through. That'd be the one that I could, because they're so rare. They only made 24,000 of those that year. So, it's a rare car. I'd probably restore her if I was going to, and maybe the kids will when I'm dead and gone. I'd rather just drive it and be able to put a beer on it whenever I want. So, not while I'm driving. Not while I'm driving. We don't do that around here. That's illegal. I am looking for a 69 Charger, though, and I'll have to pay out the wazoo for it. That's not for me, though. That's for Zeppy.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother had a 68 Charger when I was young, and then he had a 70 CUDA 446 pack. And his
Wow.
brother-in-law ran that into a wall and twisted it like a banana. And then that car was, I don't know whatever happened to that car. My nephew was
Must have been
looking
used
for
to.
it.
Must have been
What's
used to
that?
driving Mustangs or something. That's a Mustang MO. Wrap them around poles, showing off.
Yeah. Well, he got drunk and smashed into a cement wall with it. It twisted that car good. I remember that. I was only about 9, 10 years old.
I watched a guy run a 72 CUDA into a bridge, like concrete barrier on each
Uh-huh.
side of a bridge right out here. When I was a kid, that's probably 16 or 17. It was my ex-father-in-law's old car. He'd sold it to this guy, and the guy got drunk, split the car right down the center, right into that concrete. Bam. Whole front end, the engine was laying out in the ditch. It was bad. He was messed up. Like full body cast messed up.
Yeah, that cement don't move. What do they call that? A bridge abutment, right?
Yeah, something like that. It was only concrete on the ends, and then it was rail, but the concrete on the ends, it was old concrete, like 1940s concrete.
Yeah.
So there was no give. It wasn't going anywhere. I don't think they even think it scratched it.
Barrow's nothing cheap about BOP, that's for sure.
Depends on how bad a shape the motor's in.
All right.
I put Artemis's engine. I used heads, 4X heads that I cleaned up myself. The crank cost me $100 to turn. Everything, all the bearings were Engine Tech off of eBay, except for the cam bearings. They were I always used Durabonds or I can't think of the other one, but because I got a bad set of those Engine Tech cam bearings. So, but I think all together, we're talking shop supplies and all, $1,400.
Wow.
And it runs good. It's got one bad piston in it. I probably should have changed out, but I don't do that. I just like them to run. Hey, I don't even have to build up that 454 that much and put twin turbos on it. You're talking 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
So I'll just I'll start playing with nitrous and whirly-woo. See what happens.
Unfinished project is back. Brian Beeler. He says it's $20K for a pile of junk 68, 69 Charger.
Nah. There's one over here for about $3,000.
Yeah.
You can find them. I mean, you're still going to pay a lot, and there'll be a freaking basket case.
Right.
But if I have to get a basket case, I'll get a basket case. It's not for me. It's for my boy. And if he wants to start working on it when he gets a little older, he can start working on it. Just start acquiring parts and stuff like that. When he gets a little older and can do it himself, we'll do it. It definitely wouldn't be something I'm doing like right now. It'd be something that's going to get put up on blocks and completely covered. But they're out there. There's a bunch of them around here that are out in the woods.
Buck up that basket case. Hey, there's LB. Hey, LB. LB Bruins. And you wanted to know, did the earlier 440s have the exhaust bolt into the water jacket like the mid-70s did?
Yes. Just like a 318. Same thing. I remember the first time I took one of them out and it started blowing water out. I was like, what the hell is this? You know, my dad's like, what'd you do? They don't take that one out yet. Sorry.
Yeah. And then Hunter's talking about a 421 early model. A buddy of mine had a 421 Pontiac engine sitting in his garage for years, right?
Wow.
And I finally got a hold of him one day, and I going up there. I said, hey, you still got that 421? He said, no, that's gone. I said, oh, man. I didn't even have anything to put it in. I was just going to grab it, you know, because I didn't know.
That'd be
when he first told me about it, I didn't even know what a 421 was, you know. And then I did some research on it, and a couple of years later, I asked him if he had it, and it was gone.
Yeah. I know there's at least one 421, and then there's two 428.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go get them whenever I want. I just haven't gotten around to it.
The old man.
Because I'm still paying out the wazoo.
Right. Cash for Clunker's got most of them around here.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
There was perfect GT Mustang 3025 HO, 5.0 HOs. They just poured that crap in and ruined them because, they gave away a bunch of money, which was dumb.
Yeah.
That's why everything's so expensive now. Because, you can't find them.
Yeah, BNR. That was probably about 5 years ago when I asked him about it, and it was about 8 years ago when he told me about it. But I was just going to grab it and stick it somewhere because I thought I didn't know they were. I didn't know they were that popular.
Yep.
At the time,
I actually don't know much about those motors. All I know is where they're sitting. They're still in the car. And I thought about grabbing them because I would do that. I used to haul old batteries, like recycle batteries. And I'd go to this place where I got them, and they would constantly get motors in there. And I'd go out and look. And that's where I got that 429 Thunderjet at. It was just sitting there. And I ran the numbers on it and said, yeah, I'll take that. I came back and got it the next day. And there's been a couple of them that I've done that with. 350 Pontiac. I've had a couple of different ones. And they call me if they ever get something that looks a little oddball. It ain't just a 350 Chevy. They'll call me and say, hey, Jay, I got this down here. All right. I'll come down and look at it. I'd love to have a shop with like rails that I could just put pallets on and put all these engines on.
Yeah.
That way I could, hey, who needs this? Well, I need to build this car. We'll sell this engine, I
got to find the one-eyed cat's link. Somebody else will get it before I'll just find it and somebody else will get it. But that's okay. We'll give it a shot. I want to get Brian Beeler's there too, and I saw your thumbnail. Hey, there's Alva. Hi, Alva.
You
Be an arm. 6 searchers tonight. I'll check it out, he says. Man, I get distracted so easily, you know. Squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was looking at one-eyed cat up here, and then I ended up, well, thanks once again, Buck. I'm close to 100 now. Only two. Hey, Hunter's only two subscribers away. I have to put his link up.
Cool.
Unless somebody else can put his link up. The one-eyed cat broke 100 last week, I think, sometime. You need to change your URL.
Hey, still coughing this crap out. There, Barrow's got it.
Ready? What do you get, Hunters? Oh, Alva's. Thank you, Barrows. Here's the one-eyed cat. He's looking for subscribers. What's the topic of the day? What is the topic? We had a couple topics. We started out with the rear ends, then we went to carburetor, and now we were on 421, 428 Pontiac. And we were talking about CUDAs earlier. There's Sand Mountains. Sand Mountain needs 2 to get to 100. Supposed to be a lot of goodies for all of us in Pennsylvania. Stock restoration of vintage drag car survivors. We're in Pennsylvania because that's where I'm at. There's the one-eyed cat's link. There's Sand Mountain's link. Don was at 122 this morning. I just looked now. He's at 113. They must have took a bunch off him. One now. He's at 99. Tim Mopar's at 74. Buff Garage says Hunter 100. Hey, Hunter. Got it. Testa's in PA too. We're at in PA. I didn't know you were in PA. Sand Mountains. Let's get Scarlett's link up there. And who else we got? Put Testa's back up there. I keep forgetting. I can go right to the. I wish I knew an easier way to do it, but I don't. Scarlett, the four-eyed CUDA. That's John Matz, I think.
Tim, I actually started my channel right after Christmas last year, and I stayed around 65 to 100. That's where I was with my subs. As soon as I got into the No Name Nationals thing, I mean, I gained some with Power Tour, and I had, what I did with that Javelin, but I made that short that I blew up over 500 just like that. Pretty soon I was at 1,000 quick. Once you get past that 500, it'll get to 1,000 quick, and then once you're at 1,000, it'll stall, and then it'll start grabbing again. It's the algorithm's weird. I just don't even pay attention anymore. I don't care. I think I said on a video, I just don't. I'd rather do things like this. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about my subscriber count.
Yeah, mine shot
So
up with that one video I had, that one short. But I was when I was at No Name National things, I was putting a short out a day, at least one, sometimes three, and a video, 5 to 10 minute video every other day. So it was a lot of work, but I was able to get to 500.
yeah,
And then once I hit the 500, I think I had 488 when I put that short video out of that rear, and it took off. I had 1.2 million views on that video, 1,720 subscribers. Hey, Bear Rose.
How's it
Hey,
going, guys?
Testa, I'm in
hey,
Lebanon, Pennsylvania, so I'm real close to you.
what's up,
Send
man?
me.
You got a live in 30 minutes.
Oh no, what am I doing here?
I have everything redirected over to you too.
Oh, sweet. So, how's everybody doing?
I'm
Oh.
doing great.
You looking at it?
Frank has a topic. How are you supposed to know what material distributor gear to run if Howard's cam doesn't list a cam material?
Iron.
Ooh.
Just run an iron. Because unless you're running boost or nitrous, don't worry about brass or anything like that. If you're just running a little bit bigger cam, just run an iron gear.
If it's a standard one, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Just
I
a
just went
standard
through that with
regular
my
cam.
Javelin. I used to do that all the time where if I built a motor, I wouldn't use the old. I would always replace the distributor gear with a new camshaft. I used to do that, and on this Javelin, I knew better because I've built the 50 of these 304 these AMC engines, and I knew better than to just put the distributor in there with the old cam gear. I should have just bought the damn, and boy, it does. It looks like somebody just ripped the bearings off, and all you had was left was the race. It's gone. It just chewed it right off, but the distributor gear is fine.
Another thing too is smear some white grease on it, drop
Yep.
it in the hole, roll it over a couple of times, and pull the distributor back out. Make sure you're just like setting a rear end, because
Yep.
sometimes they won't mesh.
And
you
the
want
worst
it
thing
right
about
in
the
the center.
AMC, yeah, the worst thing about AMC is it's also going through to the oil pump. So your clearance of your oil pump is affecting the clearance of your distributor gears. You know, rubbing back. It's a freaking nightmare. So I got a hold of one guy who's an old friend of mine that rebuilt a lot of AMC engines, especially 304, 360. He said, don't run the distributor gasket. I said, why would I do that? The damn thing will leak like hell. He says, no, it shouldn't. But if you run that gasket, that's that much clearance that you're pulling that. All it takes is that little bit, and you'll screw up the whole system. I said, okay,
I've had to shim them before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never took the gasket out though.
Well, I'm not going to leave the gasket out of there. I'm getting brand new MSD gears. So I went
Those things
top
are
notch.
$100.
Motor's only got 68,000. It was $75 a pop.
Yeah.
It was, by the time I was done, it was 180, but 68,000 miles. You know, it's a good motor. I'm just going to spend the money daily drive it. If it was something I'm just driving to the car show or something, you know, it'd be different. But I knew exactly.
With a 302. The guy that bought the thing, he ordered everything for an SO. He has an HO. In those years, you know, they're two totally different animals.
Yeah.
The SO is a narrow shaft and it's longer. The HO is shorter shaft and it's bigger around. So he ate the cost of them.
The other thing that I ran into with those is a lot of people know this now, but a 302 HO has, if it's the true HO Ford, never been touched, has the 351 firing order.
Yeah. The standard regular Ford.
Yeah. But then I screwed up because I wasn't thinking right, and I put that motor together for that Mustang that my son drives, and I had it all put together, and it sounded like a tractor, And I fought this thing forever. I was like, what did I do wrong? I even took the timing cover back off, make sure all the marks were good. And then I just kind of one day I was inside. It was about 1:00 at night, 1:00 in the morning, because I had worked late. And I thought about it. I was like, oh man. So I got on Google and I looked it up, and I went out and grabbed the cam card and just did one of those. Okay, put the thing down, walked out there at 2:00 in the morning, switched everything to where it was, fired it off, and did a bunch of donuts out here in the middle of the highway at 2 in the morning. Yep, fixed it. Called my son, 2:00 in the morning.
I did something like that too. I wired it all up, had it all started, roll it over, pop, pop, pop. Oh man, what the heck did I do wrong? Couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
It was late at night. I went to bed, got up next morning, and it's same thing. And I was looking at it, and oh man, Ford counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Chevy clockwise. Yeah.
Yep. That's
That's what you would think, but my Hyperspark gear shredded after 3 months, and it was cast. Howard treated me like an idiot because I didn't put the treated steel one, 351
treated
Windsor.
steel on it. Okay.
Well, I guess yeah.
Yeah, they come in steel, cast, or marling brass. It looks brass, but it's not actually brass. Marling or whatever that stuff's called. But those ones are getting really hard to find.
Yeah, Tessa, maybe I'll come over and see you. He's only, 14, probably 25 miles from me.
No kidding.
Yeah, how about that?
You just never know. With that too, I take the distributor into my machine shop. They press it off. They press a new one on. All of that.
Yeah.
I don't mess with it.
You're welcome, Brian. Wendy just subbed to everyone she wasn't subbed to. So what's going on there, Barrows? Anything good?
Oh, not much.
Do you have a special guest tonight, or is that just anybody that jumps in?
No, it's just anything.
Okay.
Open mic. It's special because we'll be talking a little bit about channels again.
Yeah.
Instead of the regular norm.
Right. And then tonight I didn't put any effort into it. I didn't post it. I don't even think I posted it until Friday morning. Right. Yeah. It's been one of those weeks. I was pretty busy at work, and then I'm still in the slump.
Yeah.
I might get 5 or 10 minutes I still have that video that I'm trying to edit. I might get 5 or 10 minutes every other day. I get in there.
I have 3 of them, but I made the mistake of filming in 4K, and my computer won't process it.
Oh God!
So
yeah, mine got super slow.
One little button on the camera, and I hit it.
Mine got super slow. I started doing everything in 4K, make it a little more clear. I still do it in the cinematic look, like it's a TV made for movie look, but I record everything in 4K, and then I just kind of lets it all. I do this. I can't remember what it's called, 264 something or other. But anyway, it brings it down to more like a 1080.
Yeah.
But it's still that crystal clear. But man, did it make it! That computer hates it. Hates it. So I don't know. I may go back to 2.7. I'm getting tired of waiting. It takes me. I've been putting out these hour-long videos or 45 minutes. It takes forever for that thing to
render it.
Yeah.
Upload.
My God.
Yeah.
I'll put it on at like 8:00 at night, and the next morning it's just exported. It's finally done. It's
Wow.
like it's
wow.
It's taking too long.
That's just to get it out of my editor,
Yeah.
to process it. When I throw it to YouTube, it's sometimes an hour to upload it to YouTube. But to process it out from my Windows editor, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sometimes that take forever. And it likes to hang if I film, well, like 4K. If I can nail it in one shot, no problem. But if I have to do cut my feed out, it'll hang it right there.
Oh.
So if I do any edits in 4K, it hangs it.
I haven't tried 4K.
Well,
I just keep mine at 1080p and leave it there.
Yeah. That's what I try to do, but I hit the damn button.
Oh,
yeah. That's all right. I recorded a half hour of shit on that Javelin, and I had turned it sideways and turned it back, and it didn't switch back.
Yeah.
So it was all this way, so I had to go back and redo all that, and then it was near, it's like, God dang.
Yeah.
I used the GoPro 10 today, which is a whole nother animal.
Yeah. But I was able to get in my editor and turn the video.
Yeah, you can do it. I'm gonna look at it whenever I get it in there. But
that happened to me already.
Got to break down and get an actual computer.
Well, I can tell you something. I got those external hard drives, a little SanDisk, or whatever they're called. I use they're little black and orange ones.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a Toshiba one that has a bunch of my stuff on it from Artemis that it ate. It locked up, and I got to get it to a guy. He said he might be able to get the stuff off of it. But then I went to SanDisk, and I get the 1 terabyte ones.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are $120 a piece.
That's what this one is.
I got 2 of those, and then I just bought another one that's a bigger block, and it's 2 terabytes, but it's slow as hell. It don't take things as fast as the other ones did, so that actually slows me down too. I need to get as much crap as I've been doing. I need to get a real big hard drive. If I can find one, just set on the desk. And
on mine, it depends on which USB I plug into. I only have one USB that's a 3.0. If I plug into that one, all the other ones are 2.0s.
Right.
It transfers super slow. But if I plug into that one, it's that one right there. I got a piece of tape on it so I don't forget.
I need to go in and make zip files out of everything. Just go in and condense it down into little files, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I've been so busy. Like that engine build for that 400, I've got, oh my God. I'm still going through, you figure it was almost 3 straight days with morning, noon, and night, and working in between. So we're talking 16 to 20 hours of footage that I'm trying to get, because I'd get it and I'd fill the damn card, and I'd go inside and I'd just dump it onto that SanDisk, and then I'd fill another one, dump it onto the SanDisk. So it's just I'm trying to get everything done on it. I still got all that stuff from Artemis, that Power Tour. I got all that scrap, and No Name Nationals. And while I'm doing that, I'm doing these quick ones, like the one I did on my semi. Then I did this today, that I'm going to put it out, but I'm not going to do all the crap on it. I'm just going to put it out.
Yeah, Brian, I feel for you, man.
Uploading sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, Irish,
will take an hour.
First responders looking to talk to you sometime. Do you have an email address on your website or channel?
I don't know. It's just IrishOutlawGarage@gmail.com.
There you go.
All one word, lowercase.
send him an email. Maybe you guys can yak someday.
I had a Dalton message me yesterday after he had his live last night. A guy said, because he saw my truck video and how I was having trouble with the speedometer, and he said he had the same problem with his Peterbilt, and he knows a guy that can fix them. Well, I've already bought the damn thing. Speedometer was $404. So, well, what happened?
Oh, Scarlett.
I hate
gave
doing
you
this on my phone.
Yeah, Scarlett gave you the specs on all your USBs.
Yeah. 480.
Sounds like
Yeah.
he must be an IT guy.
Yeah, when it
Hey,
comes
Brian,
to
thanks for
computers,
stopping
man,
by.
I'm a caveman pounding on rocks. I really am.
Yeah, computer's stupid. I
had a flip phone until about 5 years ago.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Kind of wish I had one. Of course, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you on it. I have Adobe Premiere Pro, and it costs you money per month to have it. And I'm finding crap that I could have been doing this whole time to make it easier and do some really cool stuff. And I'm just figuring it out. Like, it'll come up, like if I'm going to watch one of your videos, it comes up as today on Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'll watch it and I'll go, what? Where do I do this? And then I'll get to the computer and I'll be like, wow. And then, 2 hours later, I try to think of what I saw and I totally. So I'll be like, well, that's never mind. Just boring video. Good enough. I wish I'd have had my camera on when I threw that carburetor today.
Yeah, you should have.
Seriously, it wasn't a joke like I made in that short. It was me pissed, and I chucked it. I guarantee you I hit a world record.
I bet you could fire a fuel injector farther.
I almost bought a sniper for it. Almost. I'm to that point, but like I said, I went and grabbed that Edelbrock that's been sitting since No Name Nationals, took it right off of that Pontiac, put it on that Ford, fired right up, no hesitation, no nothing. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna find a damn Edelbrock for it and be done.
I'm sold on that AVS too. I used to do nothing but performers, but man, I
looked at that one. Is it that good?
Oh yeah.
I've never owned one.
That fogger, the way it fogs in instead of squirts in, wonderful.
Really? Maybe I'll run that route this time. It's got a little bit bigger secondaries on it, don't it?
I don't know if they're bigger or not. I think the only difference
secondary flaps are bigger. They say it's better fuel mileage.
Yeah, they say. I don't know. I put it on an FE, so.
Well, there is no fuel mileage. But it got it home, didn't it?
Hey, I went from, it took me 3 gallons just to tune it in the driveway. That's before I drove it anywhere.
Wow.
That's what I've noticed about Blanche out here. That 400, that thing, wow, it likes the fuel. Because if you're not idling or just cruising speed or anything, or taking off, it's fine. If you're up, giving it the beans, that sucker just set you back. But it's literally, you watch the speedometer not go one way, and then you see the fuel gauge just like, good Lord. And it ain't out of tune. I checked all the plugs, man. They look great. And that thing just loves gas.
Yeah, that's a Ford. The only thing worse on gas I found is Chrysler's.
Hey, Irish, Buff says the sniper gives the pop.
In all honesty, they are a good system, though. I like the sniper.
Is
If I go boosted or anything other than NA, yeah, I would go sniper.
Even
Got
Just
his
to
though,
let
package.
the computer take care of stuff. So if I miss something, I don't cost myself, thousands of dollars.
right? Yeah, I thought about it, man. I thought about, I'm not anti fuel injection. I'm just anti overspending for a budget build that I can drive
Yeah.
with a carburetor.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it comes down to. I'm not anti sniper system. It's just
I don't like the
it's just
feel of
one
them.
more damn thing that can go wrong.
I like the feel of a carburetor, mechanical secondary carburetor at that.
Right.
I don't like automatic stuff. It's always set for somebody else. They didn't set it for me.
Right. I do like the learn feature. Like it'll
After
set
it
your shit.
finally figures it out.
Yeah. And
Takes about 500
I just
miles
don't know
before it
enough
finally
about them.
sets.
The only experience I have with Holly snipers is hearing sounded like a gun range is going off 4 cars over.
Yeah.
That was a
So,
vacuum leak, though. That was other places.
oh, that was a huge vacuum leak. But you know what I mean? That was the only experience I've been around a sniper is pop, 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 boom. And that's it. That's all the experience. I'm like, yeah, I'll never get one of them. They're louder when they backfire than a carburetor.
Oh, he was putting a mini squirt in. He meant to say mega.
What the hell kind of show are you trying to put on here? But anyway, I don't know. I might try the sniper yet. I did find one locally that's used for like 15 hours. So somebody might have had the same problem. This damn thing is popping off. Sounds like somebody's making popcorn.
The 460 EFI, you like that intake? I mean, it's not super bad.
No, there was some kind of
I have
adapter
nightmares
thing.
over that. Yeah.
I changed one of them 460 EFI intakes over to a 4-barrel one time. I don't know. I think there was some kind of kit that we bought. I don't remember. It's so long ago.
They're real open, though.
Yeah, and he's still running it.
I've messed around with a couple of them, not very many.
I could probably get one. I could have it by tomorrow. But again,
And the only reason I
have
messed
no
with it is
motivation.
because it's $400 for a basic Edelbrock Performer intake for a 460.
Yeah. Say that 429 I got's a 4-barrel. It's got a 4-barrel intake on it. With the Autolite Motorcraft or whatever the hell they're called.
Ooh,
Carb's still on it.
they can almost get 300 CFM through them things.
Almost.
Why Ford put the most choked up carburetors on the biggest engines, I have no clue.
Probably because they were looking forward to all the emissions crap that was coming.
They were the first to do it.
Yeah. Because everybody else talks.
72.
Yeah.
Ford 70.
Yep.
A little bit of 71. Then they set the retard.
Hell, Pontiac really didn't choke theirs till 75.
Was it 75 for Pontiac?
I think so, because the 74 I've heard people consider to be the last of the Pontiac muscle motor. You know, you can still get that big 455, and it wasn't choked down so bad from the factory. I mean, all you had to do is change a few things, and you're back to normal. But
if you're looking for budget, high flow Chevy heads, 74s of all things. They're only a 194, but they flow as good as a 202. and they're throwaway heads because everybody thinks they're smogger heads. And you got to find
What's the number on them?
They're the 74s, not the truck ones, the car ones. I can't think of the numbers right off the top of my head. I got a set of them.
What's them ones I got outside? They're all redone. I redid them for a guy, and he's never picked them up. They're a standard head was an 882 or 885 or something like that. Can't remember. Truck heads.
Also, small port.
Yeah, they ain't worth a damn.
Good for torque. If you're building a 4x4, they're good for that. Or something you're going to tow with. But horsepower? Uh-oh, I got 5 minutes before I got to fire mine up. I better get my coffee pot going. I just had to stop in and say, hey.
Hey, Barrows. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem. We'll see y'all.
We'll be over shortly.
I'll stop in there in a little bit. I'm going to take a break and probably switch from this damn phone.
Cool.
And find me something to put under my butt. This hard-ass wood seat. I'm going to sit here all night. I ain't got nothing to do anyway. It's nasty here. So.
Hey, I found some phone books.
Yeah.
Some actual phone books that are like this.
Wow.
It amazed me. Yeah, they're from the 80s. They're the good ones.
Wow.
I'm going to send one to Jeff. Shh.
Yes,
We'll
I
see
did,
y'all in a
Steve.
bit.
I didn't get to try any yet, though, Stephen, but I did get them just the other day.
Well, I think I'm going to do some things on the inside, and I'll just meet you over at the other spot.
Okay, you should be directed right over there then, once you come back on.
Oh, okay.
Because I have it redirected.
Cool.
But if not, you'll be able to find them.
Yeah, I'm going to probably switch to the computer anyway, so this damn thing will go dead. And I can't read the comments and
right. Well, what John Wilburn said the other night is if you know you're in screen, right, then you can switch over to the comments and just look at comments, but you won't be able to see me, or yourself.
Well, I like to see myself.
Okay.
No, it just feels weird to me. I like having the big screen, and when somebody writes something, I can't read it because I'm blind as a bat.
Yeah, well, that's why you'll see me go like that. Yeah, exactly. But I have two screens going. Yeah. So, all right, we'll see you over there.
I could get my tablet out here, but I'll be over there in a little bit. See ya.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
Wow, Landon only said he started out at 0 degrees today. Okay, Andrew. Thanks for stopping by. I guess you're checking out, as in leaving. And we're going over to Barrows here shortly, so we'll give Barrows a few minutes to get started up. That was funny, Buck. Good deal. Oh, I was funny. Both copy shipments went to PA. Oh, okay. Well, Dean, why don't you send Auto Salvage an email? Or maybe Auto Salvage can send Dean an email. What do you say? Told my wife today I had to get some caliper brake pads and rotors and needed to get gaskets and intake. She said, okay, but when I said new cam, y'all should see her look on her face. I guess that means no. What's he say here? The number one thing that they don't tell you with the sniper, I had to extend the throttle bar 1 inch for smoother response. Oh, Auto Salvage never got your coffee email. Okay. That's probably because he just moved. Hey, no problem there, Testas. We're going over to Barrows. You probably be directed over there because I have everybody that's on here gets redirected right over to Barrows if you want. But hey, it was. I'm glad to meet you, and we'll be talking soon, I'm sure. And send me an email, and we'll get hooked up somehow. And I'm over in Harrisburg all the time. Well, I work in Hershey, so I'm even closer when I'm at work. But and then my nephew lives in Carlisle, so maybe, and then maybe I'll see you at Lebanon Car Cruise next year too. Well, thank you, Cheryl. We try. Okay, there you go, Stephen. He was sick and he fell. Oh yeah, and lost my mother-in-law in between moving. Sweet. Thanks for the transfer. Yeah, it works pretty neat. Just give it a little bit of time, and next thing you know, it'll show up. Oh, you're in New Cumberland. Okay. What's that goes down through there? Bridge Street or something? Goes down through New Cumberland? I used to go over to Camp Hill there. There's I think it's a Saturday flea market. Is it Saturday flea market down behind that Lincoln Ford dealer? What was it called? I forget. The Saturday market. Yeah, I used to go over there all the time. I lived in Hummelstown for a while. Yeah, and Archie's going to tie a string onto that screwdriver for you. Wendy wants to send her condolences to Auto Salvage. Thanks, Wendy. So you're one of them West Siders. I did not know we move over. West Shore Farmers Market. There you go. The West Shore Farmers Market. The Saturday market was down on 283. That's right. The West Shore. Yeah. Haven't been over there in a long time. I didn't know we would move over. Yeah, I'm going to shut down here. Let's see if Barrows is going. He should be starting up by now. Yeah, he's gone. So let's shut down here. I'm going to say next week, same buck time, same buck channel. And I want to thank everyone for stopping in tonight. I want to thank all the mods for helping me out. And I want to thank all the newer channels for coming in and chatting with us and having some fun. This is what we do every week. I'm going to keep this going as long as I can. And when I say as long as I can is, forever, if I can. And I hope to see you over at Barrows because I see Stephen Holtz is already there. Here we go. End broadcast. I'm going to say bye.